Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cordilly podcast. I'm your host, Dillcor. We have our first guest on the show, Peter, my brother. How's it going?
Howdy.
Howdy.
Where's the mic? Right here?
Yeah. You can prop that up.
Check.
Check. Well, we wanted to start and, get into maybe the thoughts on our podcast. What do you think about us starting this? Because it's something that I kind of thought I should just maybe try out this year, like at the beginning of this year. Because everybody's doing it nowadays. Everybody's podcasting.
Everybody's got a podcast.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody's podcasting.
Everybody. No, it's a great idea. I listen to podcasts every day, and you need some funny ones, you need some serious ones, and I think you guys will figure out where you fall, right?
Exactly.
Definitely serious.
Yeah.
Strictly
You think
serious.
it's serious?
Very serious.
Yeah.
So you guys are still figuring it out, setting the theme.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is this your-
We're trying out different bits.
Is this the inaugural one? The first one?
This will be the first one that we've had a guest on, yeah.
Nice.
I think it'll be, episode 4 or 5? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Everyone, this is our dog Nelly, by the way.
She's been on.
Yeah.
Or your second guess, sorry.
Yeah.
Second guest.
You're the first human guest.
Oh, and she's good.
Go ahead and ask you about some of the funny stories that you've had or interactions with celebrities. I know you have a fun Michael Irving story from the Cowboys game.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to get into that. Tell us about that.
So that was actually the Dallas Stars game.
Aha.
And I had nice seats through someone in college, a pledge brother, younger guy. And I walked outside to go to the restroom, and at the same time, the box next door, Michael Irvin walks out of his suite. We run into each other, and my buddies are, 5 steps behind me. I see him, give him a head nod, don't really say anything. And he appreciated that, as I come to find out, because my pledge brothers start freaking out behind me. Oh my God, it's Michael Irvin! Like, oh shit, we love you! And he was like, I appreciate you not freaking out. Like, it's nice to, go and notice and not have people, take a selfie with you all the time.
Yeah, because, even like low-level celebrities, if you recognize them, sometimes they get annoyed. It all depends. Time and place, there's always a time and place for that.
Who were they playing?
Oh,
The Stars?
Yeah.
They were playing the St. Louis Blues.
I was at that game live.
yeah, watching it on TV.
Absolutely.
Watching on TV live at the game. We know Michael was part of that great Miami team, part of the Cowboys. Yeah, and then
I've got another good story at the Cowboys game.
let's hear about that.
Being friends with friends who are connected tends to help.
So you're not connected to the
No, I'm not connected whatsoever.
Just wanna clarify that.
I just
He knows.
somehow finagle my way in there.
He knows
Kind of catch the invite, and so as a result, I at the Cowboy game got to meet Jim Nantz and Tony Romo in the CBS studio. Pretty cool. Got a picture
That's
with
awesome.
That's,
them. And so I didn't hear a hello friends from Jim Nantz.
That's important. Did
man.
you really meet Jim Nantz then?
He
You
said
get that?
hello friend. It wasn't friends plural, so it was just to me specifically.
Oh, Fred.
Tony, biggest smile ever.
Very contagious.
Extremely contagious smile.
Did you have a Corona?
He's not of a Corona. That commercial was not out yet. But
Really?
after that,
So this is pre-corona
yeah,
and
Tony
pre-coronavirus.
Yeah.
Okay.
After that, I think they were playing the Jaguars and they beat them, the Cowboys.
Oh,
But
what a
when I
fun-
got to ride the elevator down from the studio, in kind of the private box elevator, I don't know what it's called, but all of a sudden someone steps on, and it's none other than Jerry Jones.
with his distinct old
And
man smell.
the elevator's so packed, and everybody kind of moves aside, like parts the Red Sea, and he's just sitting there like, going down to cheer on my team, like walk out of the tunnel. Yeah, he didn't smell so great. He
Yeah.
smelled like mothballs.
Distinct old man smell.
That's unfortunate.
after the game, we got invited up to Jerry's box, which is the size of like 5 boxes combined.
Yeah.
From what yard line to
Opened
what
up.
yard line?
Like the
About
40 to
40 to
40.
40, yeah.
Wow. That's
And
pretty impressive.
yeah, you can't miss
Very.
it if you're looking from the other side of the stadium. But they hand out glasses of Cristal, fancy champagne, after.
Now, do you like Cristal? Because, you know.
I mean, it's just a glass of champagne. It's something
Exactly.
to sip on. You're not like.
I don't like
drinking it.
champagne.
Yeah,
Just personally me.
it's okay.
I think it tastes like farts.
Conor McGregor was also at that game. My
You get to dab him up?
girlfriend at the time got a picture with him. He was promoting his new whiskey.
Drop number 12.
And then DeAndre Jordan and a couple other Mavericks at the time were in the box, and I have a picture with DeAndre Jordan, and he's towering over me. I mean, you guys know he's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
But
He's probably like 7'2".
went to Episcopal, pretty cool. I was
Absolutely.
like, you know, I went to St. John's. He's like, oh, I can't talk to you. Yeah.
And then tell us about maybe some of those college day DJs that you had short interactions with. I know you got to see Big Gigantic at Jungle.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh,
Big G was great. That was my junior year or senior year.
had to be junior because I opened your senior year.
And who was senior year?
Cash.
That's right. So junior
Winner
year.
wave.
Sophomore year was Matoma, which was great.
Yeah,
Big
didn't-
Gigantic was awesome because of the sacks. And then freshman year was Nappy Roots.
Okay.
Who is Nappy Roots?
We're gonna have a good day.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know the rest. Jungle was one of a kind. I mean, the budget for that party was like over $50K.
Wow.
Shit.
We rented out this giant field. No, it was actually just a fenced-in,
It's the
Area.
field, right?
but we turned it into a field. We sodded the entire thing.
Okay.
We built a deck.
Was the sod in the budget?
Yeah, it had to be. It's expensive shit. So
Yeah,
you sod the
that's
entire
right.
thing, and it's basically like a football field.
Mhm.
So you're sodding a football field, picture that, and then the freshman pledges, you're done with pledgeship once Jungle starts. So up until then, you're still playing.
So it's their
you're
big-
doing the build, as they call it.
Their big dopamine release, as they say.
Yes, yes. And
I'm on
we built this giant bar and like deck out of wood. And it took forever and a lot of wood, but also the fence line was covered in bamboo. The entire like
Property.
silver fence was just lined with bamboo, and in order to get the bamboo, we had to go scavenge the city of Dallas
Are you serious?
and cut down bamboo. So I rented a U-Haul, and we went to one of our Pledge Brothers' houses' backyards who had a lot of bamboo, and they agreed we could take it. And the roads in Highland Park are kind of slanted up, and this is a big-ass U-Haul. So I pull into the opposite driveway trying to back in, and the trailer gets stuck on the like round off of the road, and it's just sitting there like suspended, and the wheels are up in the air, and I can't get it going. So and I ended up being late for our like fraternity photo, but
Which is always
so
fun.
we ended up getting it out with some tow ropes in someone else's car, and it was quite the ordeal.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Would you do
Yeah.
the truck or the U-Haul?
had to rent a U-Haul.
But like, how'd you get out of it unstuck?
We had to
Oh, okay. Okay.
tow it out.
I think you could have been my bad.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot went into this party in terms of preparation, and bought like a old plane that obviously wasn't functional anymore, but towed that in,
An old plane.
stick it with bamboo, and make it a decoration in the middle.
How did you guys get a? Oh, did you just
It's like
throw
a
it in?
scrapyard,
and
you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you just tow it in.
Well, that's kind of cool. Did people get to go in the plane at all?
There's not much to
Just the
see in there.
cockpit?
It's like a two-person plane, you
I
know.
don't know. Go into the cockpit. Have
Yeah.
a good bang.
So, I mean, it was a fun party, that's for sure. That was always the highlight of the year. There was other fun parties, and we had a very large social budget because
That's good.
it was good.
Always
Because
helps.
we couldn't hold parties at our house because the house is owned by SMU, and it's technically a dry campus. So as a result, we would throw free games at off-campus houses, and then we'd have a mixer at a bar. So we'd get to really go out in Dallas a ton.
Which is fun, because
A lot
Dallas
of
is
fun.
a fun city to go out in. Lots of good spots.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I mean, there's just a new bar I go to every time I'm there. It's crazy.
Well, they're always popping up. They're popping up out of nowhere.
I know it.
And,
that's
yeah.
pretty good detail there.
And then, we understand you went to high school.
Well, can you confirm that your house was dry? Your dirty house? Or are you just not
I
gonna
can not confirm nor deny.
Okay.
That it was
Just
dry while I was living there.
Okay. You don't know after
Did
that.
we have alcohol there? I can't confirm nor deny.
Just want to check.
Yeah.
That's the hard-hitting questions you got here.
Here on the Cordilly podcast. And we understand you went to high school with Justice Winslow.
Indeed. He was a grade above me.
And you could have played with him if you hadn't swam. Is that correct?
Yeah, basketball was never really my thing, so I just stuck with swimming.
It was never really my thing either.
Yeah, I just never stuck with it throughout middle school, even though I did play in middle school, but I didn't swim at Presby, you know.
They had a swim team back then?
No, they didn't.
Oh,
They did
okay.
not swim
Oh,
at
sorry,
Presby.
my
They had all those.
I swam year round, but I
Okay.
didn't. So that was outside of school sports. But
Club swimming may have been the worst thing ever.
oh, you have no idea.
I know. That's why I quit so early.
Yeah.
I got out of that shit.
Sarah used to do 2-a-days. She'd go
This
to
is-
club practice before St. John's. She'd go to St. John's practice, and then it was
my
3 days,
God.
and then she'd go back for her 2-a-day club practice.
Oh my
Brutal.
god.
Yeah, hence why she still looks like she does today.
Yeah. Honestly. Well, yeah, that's another thing I wanted to ask. How did you get in such good shape? Because everybody's trying to get in good shape nowadays. Everybody wants to look good. They don't necessarily want to put in the work. I myself included. But yeah, what really motivated you to go in that direction?
Well, honestly, I liked how it made me feel. I liked the endorphin rush, and so I kind of fell in love with that feeling. And I've experimented and learned things along the way about like what my body is lacking in terms of mobility or flexibility, and you know, I couldn't run a marathon. It was all about just tackling that next thing, and so I ran my first marathon, and that was I hadn't run more than a mile ever before that.
Did you ever experience that runner's high?
That's what kept me going. It
Okay.
was awesome. Like the second I got in shape, and I really enjoyed running that distance. Not over 10 miles. Double digits is just a waste of time. Unless you're,
Truly going for like
yeah.
the MS 150 of running.
But I mean, the biggest key is just consistency, staying with it, and
That's with most
going on the days that you don't want to and you feel lousy, just getting up and doing it because you know you will feel better afterwards. That's what motivates me to do it. And then, fire and ice, that's the biggest thing. It's
yeah,
like,
tell us about
oh
that.
yeah, it's cold. Stop being a fucking pussy, shut the fuck up, and get in the ice. Just do it. You'll feel better. It sucks when you're in it, but
Yeah.
guess what? That feeling of knowing like your body's going numb and it's curing all of the inflammation. It's just taking that away, and you put your brainstem in, and you just have this euphoric feeling, and it's almost meditative.
It's almost like a drug. Like,
It is.
It
It's
really
amazing.
is.
Well, so you do the cold showers. Amplify that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been also the pool
Uh-huh.
when it's not in the summertime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like an ice bath, but it's pretty cool.
Well, the thing about fire and ice, and it makes it easier if you don't, if you just want to get in the ice for 3 minutes, which is the recommended dosage on a daily basis. But then
Well,
you
they
don't
say
need
11
that.
minutes a week, I believe.
Right. It's
Which
like
is-
the max
yeah.
you need. But 9 to 10, I just did 10. It all works, right? So the thing about fire and ice is it's contrast therapy. So you can get hot to the point where like you can't stand in the sauna, and then that's
You're
when
gonna pass out.
Yeah, and then you get in the ice and you're like, this feels amazing. So there is
Okay.
that. that helps you a little bit. You know, you can get yourself so hot to where you're almost like begging for the ice.
Yeah, I mean that is the one.
Trick the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the one thing that I think more places, more country clubs especially, need to start investing money in is if they have a sauna, instead of, or in addition to, they need to
Some
have
do. They
a
have
hot tub and the
the-
cold plunge.
The cold tub
Yeah,
is what
tub.
they have. Yeah, they
They
have
just need-
tubs. It's like identical,
Just
like at Chileno Bay. They have 2 hot tubs, and then they have an identical sized cold tub. And it's
Oh.
at like 45 degrees, and you just kind of sit in there for a little bit.
that is nice.
Yeah. They also have a sauna and a steam room.
Really?
That's
So
it's
do you
top
go
of the
into
line.
the sauna?
I did both last time I was there, but I was also there for a week. It's kind of overkill to like do it all, right?
And you saw a couple celebrities while you were there too.
Saw LD,
Larry
Peter-
David
Ryder
with
Seinfeld,
his
yeah.
bony calves.
He wasn't working with much muscle, but let me say he wasn't, you know, he was incognito with
The
covering
glasses.
every part of his body, hat and glasses. But when there's this little roundabout that you pull up to the club, the beach club area, and you know he pulled up with his family, and he had this cute dog, and we started petting it, and he was very friendly, and you know it was
Yeah.
better than the original experience where he's like, "Don't look at me."
Like he is on
Yeah.
the show Curb Your
So Larry,
Enthusiasm.
on a daily basis, was in the gym
Really?
doing yoga, just
Oh,
by
wow.
himself in the corner.
Good for him.
But he is just skin and bone, man. But hey,
Hey,
whatever makes you feel better.
yeah.
And then Johnny Mac shows
Johnny
up.
Mac.
John McEnroe shows up.
Tennis
and,
legend.
Tennis legend.
He was
He also
just-
just lost in pickleball.
I saw that.
unfortunately, But
He lost $1
let
million
me tell you,
for
that
charity.
commentary was amazing.
I know. Oh man, that was just such a good match too. They
Yeah.
need to do more of those
Oh, they're
pickleball
gonna do more. They're gonna do
celebrity.
more.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That
like
was
the
just
golf.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
like
it's also great because these you know kind of washed up just tennis legends. Once they retire, they can play pickleball no problem. They can play pickleball till they're 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the fastest growing sport in America, but I think that it's just like gonna have more professional
I
appeal.
don't think it's taken off yet. I think like there's another
Yeah.
like big
Yeah.
one coming.
Well, they have like a professional league too, so.
I think it'll have definitely more. What are you doing now, huh?
So,
She can't make up her mind.
okay.
Uh oh.
What else? Is
So
this a
I
new
wanted-
hoverboard?
Huh?
Is this a new hoverboard?
No. Well, new from what you've seen. Yeah.
You see him riding around?
Yeah.
That thing's fast. It
Oh
goes
my
about
God,
15
yeah.
miles an hour.
Christmas
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
Come back.
It's a great walk.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Oh, Sean just left the house.
Where is he? Oh.
I was like,
Walking around. You even trying to hide it.
wait till we leave. No.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, we talked about that. I think on the first episode.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, and but I also wanted to ask if you could go play golf with any 3 other people, have any foursome, who would it be? And one, now, not just who would it be, but you know, one will be a celebrity, one will just be a pro golfer, and then one's a well-known woman.
A well-known woman.
Yeah. Like a famous woman. She could do anything.
I think there's that really good golfer named Paige Sporanic.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that
she's
is.
super hot.
Yeah.
So that'd be nice to see her swing the golf club further than me. Hit the ball further than I do. And straighter. And she can give me some tips. Who are the other guys?
Celebrities
Then one would be a
golfer.
celebrity or
And
comedian.
then a professional golfer.
Yeah,
Well,
it could be a
comedians are
comedian.
celebrities.
Yeah. Celebrity, comedian.
I think Joe Rogan. I'd
Joe
love
Rogan.
to play golf with him.
That would be fun. And then pro golfer. Who would you? I mean, obviously Tiger's
I'll give you
tempting.
3.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just leave Tiger off
Yeah.
the table because everybody's going to choose him.
Mhm.
Justin Thomas,
Yeah. Like that.
Ricky Fowler.
I would love.
I don't want to play with Spieth, really.
No, I would love to play with Ricky.
And Bryson DeChambeau. Just to see him hit it like 400 yards. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. He also went to SMU.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Kepka would be nice too. I'm going to see those two together.
Didn't they do one of the matches?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Separate carts, of course. And quiet shoes. Quiet shoes. Then I think we wanted to do something with our guests towards the end where you nominate somebody to come on that we all know and nominate the next guest to come onto the show. Then we can just start spiraling that, you know?
Yeah, and get some good invites.
Yeah.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
Keep this one in the back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you an out-of-town nomination.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you a Houstonian.
All right. Now say I nominate.
I nominate Joao Silva to come on the Cordilly podcast. He is a Houstonian who lives not too far away. And the out-of-towner,
You nominate.
keep it in the family. He's already been on the podcast, apparently. We got to get him in person. It's Mr. Robbie O'Connell.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Robbie needs to get on any podcast, but especially this one first.
Yeah.
Because he would never be a comedian. The constant rejection. I think like in comedy, you get more rejection than acting, which is crazy. But because like not as many people just go out and see comedy shows now.
Mm-hmm.
No, you go to comedy because you like the comic, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, I think it's nice that Joe Rogan, actually, when I performed at South by, it was right across the street from his new comedy club, The Mothership.
It's a great name.
Yeah, it's a great name. It's like a cool looking, like, sign. But I think that might, like, bring back a little more, you know, a little more comedy in the South, which I think we need guys like Tim Dillon.
All of them.
Yeah, because they're all hiding in Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, they live
So
all
true.
But, alright, so those nominations are good. You guys are going to get on, hopefully soon. But thank you for coming.
Yeah. Happy to do it. Thanks for having me on.
Of course.